Hi, the purpose of this video is to show how to create, compile and execute a small Pascal program on a TI-994A. For technical reasons, I'm not running this on my real TI since that has a cathode ray tube display and I can't synchronize that with a video. But it would execute in the same way as this emulator will do running on a PC. The program I will create will be stored on the second of the drives, which is number 5 in the P system, DSK2 otherwise. We can see the volumes online here. I will use passdev1 as the file, and as you can see the prefix right now is passdev1, so that is the drive that will be used if we don't specify anything else. Sorry. So we begin by quitting the file and starting the editor by pressing E. The system doesn't have any work file, and we will not use another file to edit, so we'll simply press enter here. Now we are inside the editor. To type in a program, we have to press I for insert, and then it's just typing, and we'll go back to using lowercase. Here I'm just typing on. Since the editor has automatic indentation, and that is turned on right now, I'm now ending up 2 columns in, so I have to backspace these 2 columns to come back to where I should really be. Now the program is typed in completely, and to finish the insert procedure I press Ctrl C. The editor comes back to my main command line. Here I press Q for quit and W for write to a file name. We'll now call this file world, press enter, and now we exit from the editor since we are ready. If we now use the filer again and press L for listing and key in the prefix, we can see that we have added the file world text is the 3rd from the end. Remember that the P system uses fixed file locations, and that means that there was obviously a hole in the disk big enough for this file at that position, so it was placed there. We quit the filer again, start the compiler. We ask it to compile the file world. Again, I don't have to specify the disk since it is on the default prefix drive. And we want to compile it to a file with the same name, so we can use the shortcut, use the same name. The compiler will know to compile world.text and create world.code. Now the compiler is running, and we'll quickly finish this small program, of course, and there we're done. So now if we again go to the filer and list the content of the prefix drive, we see that we have not only world text, but the compiler has also created world code. So we have an executable program. If we quit the filer, press X for execute, and again type in world, the program will be loaded and run, and we see we got hello world, as expected. It is possible to run the program again by pressing U for user restart, and we get the same again, of course. If we now want to edit this program, to modify it, let's say we wanted to write hello world 20 times on the screen. We press E for the editor again, and this time we type in world to tell it which file to edit, and we get the same program back again. I can move around with the arrow keys here to come down to where I had the begin line. If I now press I for insert, the begin will be removed from view, but it's still there under the hood, so to speak. So I can here key in a variable declaration. I indent it slightly. We create the variable I, and I press enter once more. And when I press Ctrl C, you can see that I have the begin coming back. Maybe I will have to press insert once again and another enter in order to get one space line in between. If we now go down here to this line, we can again press insert, and the editor will know that this line was indented 2 spaces or 2 steps in, so it will start inputting your, or placing your input there. We'll now write for I is 1 to 20 do, and we go down one line. We press Ctrl C. We see that we now have 20. The command to print the hello world message 20 times. I use the adjust function, A for adjust, and press right twice to do the indentation. Then I'll use X for exchange. Press X here, move by the arrow key over here, actually all the way here, and then I press F2, which is the insert key when using the P code card, and to create some spaces. I write a comma, and I with a width of 3. So this will type a message, hello world, followed by the line number, counting from 1 to 20, 20 times. I now press Ctrl C to end the exchange operation. Press quit again to write to a file. And now, of course, we already know the name of the file, so I only need to key in $ to write it back to the same file name. Now I exit, and we do a compile. We once again compile the file world to the code file with the same name. I have a few more lines to compile, but still quite quickly done. And we now execute world again. The result is as expected. We get hello world 20 times. Here, if I run the program again with the user restart, it's more obvious that it's running again because the screen will first be erased and then filled with the printouts. So this was a very quick summary of how to create a program using the TI-994A and the P code system, the Pascal language.